Okay folks, so I had a chance to buy a tall T-body in rough shape. Somebody has started working on it, but they didn't do very good work on it. And I know it wasn't Johnny here, my buddy. So it's gonna need a lot of straightening out, but bodies are getting harder and harder to find, especially around here. So we get them when we get a chance. So. Bring it on back, Johnny, you're good. Keep on coming. Straight on back. A little more. That'll work. That'll work right there. Okay folks, I figured I'd walk around this car or this body and show you how bad this thing is. It's pretty rough. Nowadays, you know, it used to be you could pick up a body like this for $200 or $300, but things have sure changed. So it's not the same as it used to be. So anyway, what we've got is a rough 1926, 1927 tall T, doctor's coupe, whatever you want to call it. A lot of rust. The work that's been done to it wasn't done very good. None of this has been, I mean, it's going to take half-inch Bondo or more to get that even right. Still got a dent here. The quarters are not straight. These are not welded in at the same spot. The door, somebody's put a panel on the door, but evidently all they knew was flat, because you can see the gap. There's no way that door is going to go right. It's going to have to be split and pushed in. Somebody, I mean, they had the right intentions, don't get me wrong, and you know, I'm not one, as you all know, to usually talk crap about anybody's work, because, you know, I don't mind it. It's not a big deal, and I'm just going to go through and show you what's wrong with this, and the fact that what they done is not bad work. It's just little things. If they just took a little bit more time, no different than that door, you know, if they had not run it straight like they did and would have run it at a curve. And I don't know if this panel's when they bought or what, but we can slice that and remake that and actually fix their mess up and make it decent. Same way with the bottom of the cowl on each side. This, you can see what they done is they overlapped it, welded it, and then they ground the weld off until there's no weld left. So, you know, that's just not gonna play. I like buttoning stuff up. I like welding it good. I mean, they could have at least went to the back side and welded some. But that's what happens is if you overlap and then you have to weld or grind to get it back smooth, you're basically taking away one sheet of the, you know, the outer sheet that you have overlapped. So this is so thin that it's sharp. So that's going to have to be fixed. The bottom of the door, they didn't do anything to this one, which is fine. It wouldn't be a problem to deal with. This side is just like I was saying, you know, it's not done right. You can really look at the back of this thing and see how far off it is. It just needs straightened out. And so somebody has welded a 1x1 frame in, which is a good thing, because everything was rusted out. You see the bottom of the door is gone. Bottom of that door, I don't know. I guess maybe they had made that themselves and to fix that panel, the repair panels, but looks like about everything was overlapped by about a ½ inch. And you know, if you do it right, it's not bad, but I just prefer to weld stuff in, and you know, I'd rather have a gap to weld up, and then you can really get a good weld on. It takes longer, but it works out. But anyway, we got a good steering wheel. Someone cut the steering off. I don't know why the people do that on the T's. Something pretty common was just to cut it off, which maybe we can just leave it where it's at and run it. I've done one of these cars once, and I took, I think, 7 inches out of the roof maybe, and it might have been more than that. It might have been 11 inches I took out of the roof. Let me see. I have a tape measure with me right here. We'll see how much. 11 inches. Yeah, I probably did take 11 inches out. Anyway, I'm not going to chop the top on this. Let me see, that's garnish molding. That's not a big deal. This is pretty decent around here. This is usually a bad spot. Of course, this is a bad spot, and it's rusted out. It's gonna have to have some repair. I got another one of these panels that's rusted too, but I don't think it's as bad. I think it'd be good as a patch panel. I'll show you it in a minute. It'll work. You know, this thing is probably, you know, same condition or maybe a little better than what my 5-window coupe was. Well, this is 5-window coupe too, but my Model A coupe. And but anyway, you know, the point is we, you know, this would be a nice body. I'll keep it around here and just find something to sit it down on. Actually, we got a frame that came with it. Maybe you can see how warpy the quarters and stuff are. But see, I mean, these quarters can be fixed, be welded in and welded over to the panel, the subframe floor, and get everything right. You know, it can be pretty quick thrown together as a runner anyway. So let's go look at the other parts that came with it in the frame. And I think the gas tank is actually still in this one. Neat. Alright, okay, here's 2 panels that came with it. Actually, yeah, the bottom's in terrible shape, but the opening for the window is not too bad, so that'll be a good patch panel. And then this is one of the side windows, which we can use for patch panel. So it's always good to get every piece and part you can get with this stuff. All right, frame. Looks like this frame was fixed up at one time. It actually has a steering gear box, and it's pretty straight up and down, so I don't know what they had on it. Engine mounts up toward the front. Got Nana checking it out. Frame's been boxed. It's not terrible. I mean, it could actually, it's an A frame, it's not a T frame, but it can be worked with. So you must have had coil springs, one on each side. Of course, one on each side, but anyway. So, this would have probably been radius rods that ran back. And then we've got places for radius rods up front. And original body mounts. And that might even be original black paint. But anyway, I think this would make a decent frame. I seen a place on the bottom of this cross member. It's got a 2-bolt mount, but the bottom of that cross member's got some rust where it sit on the ground, which is probably a good thing because it held the frame up off the ground. I won't complain about that. But I seen where it needed some repair work at the bottom. Right there's one spot. There you go. Down this crack there. So I don't even know if they ever got that welded in, but it needs to be repaired. So good thing about this, it wouldn't be hard to do the bottom side, get it all fixed, and then flip it over. Good solid frame. Like I said, I don't know what the steering gear box is, but well, it turns. I don't know if there's even an arm on it. Okay, no arm on it. It's in the sand. That's probably not good, but it does turn pretty good. It turns easy. So we could probably find an arm and maybe work with that steering box. Don't know. All right. Watch out, Nana. All right. So anyway, don't know. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. I've got extra front ends and extra rear ends and all kinds of stuff. So maybe we'll get a wild hair and throw one together. They're getting harder and harder to find, so you might have to deal with the rough stuff. I'll show you. Let's open the trunk and I'll show you how bad it is. Okay, I figured I'd show you what I'm talking about back here on it. That's bad on the other one, but we've at least got a better window opening. I think the bottom window opening we'll cut off and put on the top. And this we just have to bend a new piece up, make a new piece to go across there. I don't know if they sell replacements or not, but we can bend something up and come up with something for sure. Inside the trunk, they didn't even, I mean, they just got a single sheet all warped up right here, still rusted there. And the back panel is not rounded like it should be, and there's nothing in here for a support for the gutter, so it's going to take a bunch. But you know, the thing about these is they're hard to find. Watch out, Nana. Coming down. It's hard to find these trunk lids at all, so they're a lot of times missing, which it could be made to. It's not that big of an issue to make one, but you know, it's there. I just don't like all this. It's going to be hammered and brought out. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see if I can find a stick. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it's got a heck of a gap. Where it's going down. So I don't know why it's like that. I don't know if almost like they had to stretch it to get the hood to, or the trunk to go where it needed to go, but I know it's down in too far. But we can probably hammer most of that back out, hammer and dolly, and go from there. But anyway, no time soon. We're just going to set it to the side for now, and if I sell it, I sell it, and if I don't, I don't. But like I said, you know, I paid up for it because I'm just not able to find them like I used to be able to find them, and they're not getting any cheaper. So anyway, me and Nana will go find something else to mess with. Come on, Nana. All right, appreciate everybody watching. Till next time. Bye. Nana. Nana, say bye. Hey, I could make a lot of money if you could learn how to say bye.